Have you ever noticed that your cat does not always stretch in the same way? One moment, she stretches her paws near you so softly, as if saying, "I feel calm." Another time, she makes almost the same movement after a noise, guests, or a sudden touch. And this time, you can already sense tension in it. How can you tell where there is pleasure and where there is a warning sign? By the end of this video, you will learn to distinguish a warm, trusting stretch from behavior worth paying closer attention to. Most owners see a cat stretching and immediately think, of course she just woke up, or she feels good, or she is lazily loosening up before going to her bowl. And often, that is true. But there is one detail that is easy to miss. The same movement in a cat can appear for different reasons. Stretching can be part of waking up, when the body comes out of sleep and prepares for movement. It can be a greeting, when a cat sees you at the door after a workday. It can be a transition from rest to activity. She was just lying on the sofa, and now she is getting ready to walk around the house, check the windows, the bowl, and her important cat business. But sometimes a similar movement appears after something has made the cat tense. A loud sound, overly persistent hands, an unfamiliar person, another cat, or a trip in a carrier. That is why you cannot look only at the stretch itself. The meaning is in what surrounds it. What happened before? What did the tail look like? Which way were the ears pointing? Did the cat stay nearby or leave? If you look at the whole picture, an ordinary stretch becomes a small message. And let's start with the most pleasant version. A happy, relaxed stretch usually does not look rushed. There is no feeling that the cat is making the movement only so she can leave faster. The body is soft, the back lengthens smoothly, the front paws move forward, the toes may spread slightly, and the tail lies calmly or moves lazily. The ears remain neutral, not pinned back, not turned sideways in alarm. The gaze is soft. The eyelids are sometimes half closed, as if the cat is not keeping the world under constant control. You may hear a quiet purr or a short trill. Sometimes the cat stretches, then comes closer, rubs her cheek against your leg, lies down nearby, or looks at you with a slow blink. Imagine a morning. You open your eyes, and your cat beside you on the bed slowly stretches her paws and stays where she is. Or you come home, and she comes out into the hallway, stretches in front of you, and walks toward you. Or she was dozing on the sofa, heard your voice, lazily stretched, and rolled onto her side. In scenes like these, what matters is that after stretching, the cat chooses to remain in your space. And that leads us to a deeper meaning. When a cat calmly stretches near a person, it can be part of trusting behavior. It is not a declaration of love, and not a sign that always means one single thing. But often, it is a small, honest signal. She feels safe enough around you to slow down. Look at it from a cat's point of view. A cat carefully monitors her surroundings. She hears tiny sounds, notices movements, and quickly evaluates whether she can relax or should stay ready. And during a calm stretch, she opens up her body, extends her paws, and becomes less ready to run away. For a second, she shows vulnerability. If she does this near you and then stays close, it may mean, I do not expect a threat here. So this kind of stretch can be seen as a small compliment. A cat does not speak with words, but with her body. She chooses to stretch at your feet, on your bed, or on the sofa next to you, not in a far corner. She may stretch out, blink, place her head on her paws, and continue resting. For a person, this is a cozy scene. For the cat, it may be a sign that her boundaries are respected near you. But there is another side too. Sometimes stretching seems cute until you notice the details. Stretching caused by stress or inner tension often feels different. It may be sharp, brief, and repetitive, as if the cat is not relaxing but trying to quickly switch her body into another state. She stretches and immediately gathers herself. She makes the movement and instantly looks around. It looks like a stretch, but there is no soft continuation in it. Pay attention to the back. It may look stiff. The movements are quick and uneven. The ears move backward or sideways. The pupils are wider than usual. The tail twitches, the tip moves sharply, or it thumps against the floor. Sometimes the cat licks her lips, turns her head away, avoids eye contact, freezes, or takes steps to the side, as if she needs to increase the distance. This kind of stretch may appear after an unpleasant event. The cat was picked up when she did not want to be. A child ran loudly nearby. The vacuum cleaner was turned on. A door slammed. Guests arrived. Another cat came too close, or the cat came out of the carrier after visiting the vet. In such moments, stretching may accompany stress and may be a way to release tension, regain control, and move from fear to the next action. But stretching by itself proves nothing. It is not a diagnosis and not a reason to panic. It is only one piece of the puzzle. To put it together correctly, you need to look at what happened before and what happened afterward. It's very simple. Before, during, and after. And what happened before the stretch? What did the cat's body look like during the movement? And what did she do afterward? If you remember these 3 questions, you will start to see more than just the cat stretched. Here is a happy scenario. The room is calm. The cat was sleeping or resting. She heard your voice, saw you in the doorway, or noticed that you woke up. She stretched slowly. Her body stayed soft. Her ears were calm, and her tail did not twitch. After that, she comes over, rubs against you, purrs, lies down nearby, slowly blinks, or simply stays where she is. In this context, the stretch looks like a relaxed greeting or a sign of comfort. Now another scenario. Before that, there was noise, a doorbell, guests, a sudden touch, a conflict with another cat, a carrier, a new room, or active play. The cat stretched, but her body was gathered. Her ears were alert. Her tail was moving quickly, and her gaze was darting around. After that, she goes under the bed, hides behind the sofa, avoids hands, freezes, or keeps her distance. Here, the meaning is different. It may not be, I feel good, but I need to recover. Next time, do not react automatically. Give yourself 2 seconds. Tail, ears, eyes. Is the cat moving toward you or away from you? Is she relaxing or gathering herself? These tiny details are what make the difference. One common mistake is seeing a cute pose where the cat is actually trying to regain calm. This does not mean the owner is bad. Cats simply rarely explain their feelings in an obvious way. They will not say, "It is too noisy for me." They will show it with their body, while the person notices only the beautiful stretch. For example, there are guests in the house. The cat comes into the living room, stretches in the middle of the room, and someone says, "Oh, she's relaxed." But if the ears are turned sideways, the tail is twitching. And a second later, she goes behind the sofa. This may not be an invitation to get acquainted, but an attempt to cope with the situation, or take a loud sound. A vacuum cleaner, a doorbell, a dropped pan, fireworks during a holiday. The cat may seem to stretch after the noise, but then quickly leave for a quiet corner. The same can happen after contact with another cat, especially if one blocked the passage or stared intensely for a long time. It can happen after a child suddenly runs nearby. It can happen after too much affection, when the cat was petted for too long, picked up, or touched on the belly. It can happen after the vet, a carrier, a move, or a new place. In every situation, stretching may look innocent, but actually be an attempt to regain control. The goal is not to be afraid of every stretch, but to see the whole picture. How should you respond correctly? Let's start with the main point. Sometimes the best care is not action, but a pause. Many owners, seeing a cat stretch, bend down, reach out their hands, want to pick her up, or pet her belly. But a cat may not perceive this the same way a person does. If the stretch looks happy, respond gently. Say something in a calm voice. Call the cat by name and blink slowly. Let her decide for herself whether she wants to come closer. If she rubs against your leg, offers her head, stays nearby, purrs, or nudges you with her cheek, you can offer a calm touch. But even if she lies on her side, do not assume the belly is an invitation. For many cats, the belly is a sensitive area, and an open pose more often speaks of trust than of a request to be petted there. If the stretch looks tense, do not chase the cat. Do not pick her up to calm her down. Do not loom over her or corner her. It is better to reduce the pressure. Speak more quietly, step back, and remove the source of stress if possible. Turn off the vacuum cleaner, ask guests to give the cat space, or stop the child. Offer a hiding place, a high bed, a quiet room, or a familiar blanket. Do not take her leaving as an insult. For a cat, the ability to move away is part of safety. When a person respects distance, they often strengthen trust. Sayish, you should pay attention if stretching suddenly becomes unusual for your cat. For example, she starts stretching much more often than before, but looks stiff while doing it. Or after sleep, she gets up carefully, hesitates before jumping, avoids her favorite windowsill, plays less, and hides more often. Perhaps she has become more irritable, her appetite has changed, she grooms herself less, or she reacts painfully when you touch her back, sides, or paws. This does not mean that something serious is definitely happening to the cat, and you should not make a diagnosis based on one movement, but if the changes repeat, become stronger, or appear together with other strange behavior, it is better to contact a veterinarian. Sometimes what looks like stress or a new habit may be connected with discomfort or pain. The main thing is to compare your cat not with a picture from the internet, but with herself. What is she usually like? How does she move, jump, and rest? Isn't a change in familiar behavior often says more than one isolated gesture. Now you know, stretching is not just a cat's little workout. Sometimes it is a warm signal of trust. Sometimes a request for space. And sometimes a reason to look more closely. Next time your cat stretches her paws near you, look not only at the movement, but also at what she does afterward. Write in the comments how your cat stretches, calmly or tensely. Like this video and subscribe so you don't miss new videos about cats.